Hey, it's Duster2582 coming back at you with another video, and today I'm in beautiful Torrance, California, and for the specific reason, I'm at the Honda headquarters here, the American Honda headquarters in Torrance, because we're going to be taking a look at something I didn't really expect to go, and probably something I didn't expect to record. I'm trying something new here. I got a little setup that I have with my trip here, and we're going to the American Honda their museum, their free museum that they have. It's called the American Honda Heritage Museum, and supposedly they have a collection of old cars, new cars, race cars, and that's something we're gonna be taking a look at, new and old, or vintage or retro, whatever you want to call it. So, but first of all, we're here, but we're gonna have to check where it is, and then if hopefully they allow me to record in there, I'll show y'all how it is, as it is in 2026, January specifically, and see if you guys should come down here because it technically is free. So if you'd like to come check it out, then I guess you'd be able to once I show you what's inside. So let's go. Okay, so we're pulling up to the main walkway here. This time I actually have my microphone on me, so hopefully there isn't a problem with recording, even though I've seen some YouTube videos on it, so hopefully they don't say anything because of my setup here. I'm not doing anything wrong, I'm just recording cars and such because I think they're cool. So yeah, let's walk through. Okay, so the first thing I see, well, there's a couple things I first see. Got the Honda CRX, one of the originals, pretty clean condition, I must say. I think this is from 1985 perhaps. Then we got the new, I guess, generation, the CRZ. Pretty nice condition, I must say, as well. We got a radio playing in the back. I guess that's Max Verstappen hopping in the original Honda Formula One car. So yeah, when you first walk into the door, you start to see these cars here. I guess we're gonna just take a look at these real quick. You got the 1986 Civic Si, also known as the Wonder Civic. Yeah, my dad's gonna be very proud of this. He loves these cars, and I guess this video is gonna be dedicated to him. He's a huge fan of Hondas, and unfortunately he couldn't make it out this time, but I guess this video is gonna be a little bit of a remnant. So yeah, we got the Honda Pilot, or it says 1984 Goldwing GL 1200, which is a motorcycle. It has to be that one in the back, right there. Got this I guess this 4x4 tracks. I guess that's what it says. Yeah, 4 tracks from 1986. And Honda Pilot, I would imagine, is that little ATV in the middle. That red one. So, and next we're also gonna have Acuras in here because obviously it's an Integra. Integra, the Honda brand is also with Acura. Got the 1995 Acura CLX Concept. I'm not going to read the descriptions. You could pause it if you'd like. Pretty interesting looking car, but it looks really nice, I must say. Looks Acura-ish, I should say. Got the 1997 Acura CL. First North American developed model. Interesting. So this might be one of the first Acuras made in North America, so the United States and Canada. Next, we got a big one here. 2001 Acura Integra Type R, and man, yeah, one of the best front-wheel drive cars ever made. I think that might be an understatement because this thing is famous as heck in this amazing bright yellow. I forgot what the specific color was called, but yeah, it's so clean, so new, everything. It's beautiful just seeing it out here. But of course, we're not just going to take a look at sports cars. We got some other cars as well. We got the Acura MDX from 2003 here. Definitely the newest condition I've seen it ever. And I don't think it really interests. I think these next couple cars are not really going to interest people, but it's still nice to look at, especially in new condition. So like this 2003 Honda Element EX. My mom used to have one of these. It was pretty nice. It was pretty big for a car that doesn't really look big, I guess. It's like an SUV type vehicle. It wasn't that bad. We got 2004 Honda Odyssey. Yeah, of course, it has their, that's what it says in the description, their first minivan, Honda's first minivan, I should say. These things have a bad reputation. I'll say my family did own one at one point, and it wasn't, whatever. I won't say it. We got a 2013 Honda Ridgeline Sport. It says Honda Sport, first sport utility truck, so interesting to note there. All right, next here we got the 2016 Acura Position Concept 1. So this is obviously a concept car. It's never been made. It's pretty interesting to look at. I think this is when they first got their styling cue with the diamond pentagon, as they call it. It says in the description. I like it, honestly. It's better than, I guess, I don't even know what little styling cue they called it in the mid-2000s. Or the late 2000s and early 2010s. I don't even know what you call that, those type of Acuras. Honestly, wasn't really a fan of them, I'll say. We're going to take a look at this, because there's also some other cars that were just behind me that we passed. So we're going to take a look at those. Hopefully my mic is not making any weird noises, but more than likely it is. Got the 2022 Acura Precision Concept 2, another concept car, interesting looking, very futuristic looking. I think this might be a baseline for an Acura model. I can't really pinpoint it though. But it definitely looks familiar to me. So far in here, it's pretty quiet. Thankfully, I haven't been told that I'm gonna get kicked out, so I guess you can't record in here. Of course, don't be obnoxiously loud like I am. That's why I brought a microphone. Got some motorcycles, and in the front, we actually have a Moto Compacto. We're gonna take a look at that real quick, which is a, resurgence, a remake of the Moto Compo that came with the Honda City Turbo back in the 80s. It looked just like this, but this one is electric. The old Moto Compo was, of course, powered by gasoline, so definitely more efficient, I must say, and it won't pollute as much. Got some nice motorbikes here. 2010 Fury, custom built by Cobra. Very nice looking, I must say. Even though I don't really care for motorcycles that much, they are a part of automotive stuff, so I have to include them here. 2004 Rune. We got some random. This is a little shortcut. We're gonna take a look at that section later. We got this, racing motorbike. 2004 RVT 1000 RR RC51. Yeah, pretty long name. A lot of letters, a lot of numbers, but yeah. I like the racing livery on this one. HRC and such. We got this yellow 97 CBR 900R. RR, excuse me. Yeah. Honda, that's pretty much what it started. It started with motorcycles, so it's important to the brand as well to have motorcycles included, because they're not just cars and trucks and such. They also have bikes and a bunch of other stuff too. Got a 91 CBR 600F2. And I guess we're going to take a little break from the motorcycles and take a look at these. A trifecta of cars, I must add. We got a big one. 2021 Civic Type R LE. So the limited edition trim level of the Civic Type R. My dad's ultimate dream car. Not this specific trim, just a normal Type R, and probably championship white more than likely. But yeah, this is really nice. I feel like it's almost the same yellow as that Integra Type R that we just took a look at. And next to it, we got the 2009 Honda S2000 CR, which is short for Club Racer. Yeah, this one was definitely made to go to the track, or a little bit more fine-tuned in order to go to the track. And then this nice white. I don't know if it's championship white. It looks like it, but I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, and then next to it, we got a 1999 Civic Si Coupe. Of course, the first Civic Si that was a hit with enthusiasts. Absolutely, people would tune these a lot. This was pretty much the pinnacle of the tuner scene back in the late 90s and early 2000s. Of course, Need for Speed is one that comes to mind. Need for Speed Underground 1. I used to choose this car as a starter car in the game because it's just great, and just seeing it very nice and clean in here is, yeah, that's the thing I'm repeating, is it just looks amazing, just brand new. Yeah, in the background, a little history lesson. 1982, that's when Honda made their first car in the United States, so that's pretty cool. Almost the same age as my dad. Got some little scale models here of the Element, probably a prototype of the Element, and a motorboat. I think it's a motorboat, like a little yacht. I don't think yacht's the right word. I don't know boats that much. I apologize. See what I mean? We got lawn care stuff. We got trimmers. They make anything. Engines, of course, is a big thing. Stuff for boats. It's gonna bullet through these a little bit because I don't think these interest people that much, but you know, still part of the Honda brand, so I still gotta show them here. Okay, after this, I'm just gonna cut, and then I'm gonna walk to another section because this is going back to the entrance, so I need to walk back in order to take this like big U, because this is really pretty much a U museum. So you just enter from the right, just go straight, left, straight, and then another left, straight, and then you're pretty much next to the cafe. Oh, look at that, generated with a Sony TV. Pretty cool. I guess the final thing we're going to be taking a look at here right now, Honda Jet. Anything and everything, they make it. I wonder how rare that thing is. Whoa. A lot of rewards and trophies, but the things that really is appealing to me are these helmets. As an IndyCar fan, I think I already recognize who that is. That has to be Gil de Ferran's helmets. This one definitely from the time when he was with Walker Racing in the kart series. This one when he was in Team Penske. Of course, that popular video I have where he's going 240 miles an hour at Fontana. Yeah, these are really cool. Nice touching tribute to Gil de Ferran. We have a Indianapolis Motor Speedway, I guess, winner list, and it goes up to 2011, it seems. So Dan Wheldon won that Indy 500, Paul Menard the Brickyard 400, and the Red Bull Indy GP was Casey Stoner. I think that was MotoGP, if I believe. What is that? Is that supposed to be pancakes? Best SUV, Honda Pilot in 2023. Wow. Lots of awards. Hey, we got some diecast here. Got a Honda CVCC, Matchbox, and Tomica. Not exactly sure what that is. I think also might be a CVCC or an Accord, actually. Pretty vintage packaging, so it must be a pretty old car, or diecast, I should say. Take a look at the rest of the stuff. SEMA Show award from I think out there in Las Vegas. And there's some more stuff back there, but sadly it's covered up by these beautiful concept arts. The CRX concept art. Yes, it was really nice. And we got a Civic from 1983. I think it might be a concept art. Looks pretty similar to the finished product, so I guess that's pretty good. Okay, so I'm gonna cut away and I'll show you all of the whatever the rest of the museum has. Okay, so we left off of this yellow Civic. We got this, I guess, another resin prototype here. Not sure, doesn't say what exactly it is. Might be just like a futuristic concept looking car, kind of like the Honda Racer. You know, that Hot Wheels casting, that was also, yeah, prototype, I guess, race car if you want to call it. Never ran, never was made, but it's just a dream, I guess, concept car they made. It's like a pretty cool roadster. That looks awesome. Has a rear steering, I think, or maybe the model is a little lopsided, but yeah, you can definitely tell the steering is a little off on the back, kind of like the old Honda Preludes. Hey, that's where they got the inspiration from. Now, next to that, got big, the big boy itself, the Acura NSX. I'll say right now it's probably gonna be a dream car for me, even though I'll probably never be able to own one of these, or at the very least drive one. I have a key fob for it. I have the key to this car. No car, but I have the key. So I guess the closest thing I have. But yeah, this is, wow, it's so nice here. And this red, it's just this red makes it look amazing. I love the red NSX. You know, see if they have an NSX-R here, in championship white. That would be awesome to see. And they have a little advertisement for cars, bikes, and coffee. I think it's an event they held here, or they hold here every month, I think, or every even or odd number month. I forgot. I'll put it up on the screen when they actually hold it. They hold it in some random month. And in the back, we have a Max Verstappen fire suit with an Acura branding. That's interesting. Not exactly know what year this fire suit was worn. It is signed by him. There is a signature on here. It is actually signed. It's a little bit of, there's a lot of glare, but it is actually signed by Max. So yeah, if you guys can ID that, that would be awesome. And next to that, we got more motorbikes. Of course, don't want to forget about these. 1992 NR750. Okay, now this one, kind of funny because I bought the Hot Wheels car, or the Hot Wheels bike of this one, the 1990 VFR 750R RC30. What a long name for all these bikes, I must say. It was in this livery, so it's pretty cool that I got it just a couple of days before I came here. So honestly, I just like the look of it. But yeah, this is pretty cool. I guess a racing style bike. Maybe it did run in competition, but I'm not sure. We're gonna take a look at these bikes first, and then we're gonna take a look at the other cars that are behind me. Got this VF750F Interceptor from 1983. 1982 MB5. Wow, now we got a short name. And last, before we take a look at, got more stuff. We're gonna have to wait on that. The 1981 CBX 1000 Super Sport. Well, I guess, I don't know if they want to call it the SS, but I think that's more of another manufacturer's thing. So yeah, we left off the NSX. We got a CL 3.2 Type S from 2003. Acura, of course. Very nice. Very nice to see it here. Got a 2006 RSX Type S. Yeah, I think in Japan it was called the Honda Integra because I think it would still be called the Integra. They still have all the Acuras here in the United States. They probably have it named as Honda in Japan and other parts of the world. So this Acura RSX in Japan will be the Honda Integra. So yeah, but it's still a really nice looking car. Nice to see it very clean in here. Hey, you can see my reflection. Hello. Yeah, this is really cool. And this orange just makes it look pretty nice. Okay, we got the bikes there. We got these race cars. I really want to take a look at them right now, but we gotta go through this first. We got some IndyCar history. There we go. Eloy Castroneves winning his 4th Indy 500. We got a Max Verstappen photo there. He won the U.S. Grand Prix in 2021. We got this another resin concept car. Not exactly sure what it is, but it looks like it could be an Acura car, but I'm not sure. And look at that, Marcus Ericsson winning the 2022 Indianapolis 500. Now this is bringing back a lot of memories now. This livery for this Integra Type S looks like the pace car from the 2025 Grand Prix of Long Beach. Of course, I was there and I saw it in person. There was multiple, of course, but for some reason, this one has the Olympics and I think the Paralympics logo on there. So I'm not sure what's up with that because, of course, at the Long Beach race they had of course, the 50th anniversary logos all over it. And fun fact, of course, I do have the helmet. You might have seen it on my setup. The helmet looks exactly like this design, so it's pretty nice to see it out here once again. And I can't wait to go to the 2026 Long Beach event. Hopefully I'll be able to make it again this year in April. Next to that, we got a TLX Type S. Now, I don't know if people talk about this car too much. I honestly do like the look of this. A little bit better than the Integra, I must say. It looks more aggressive. It looks more sporty. That one, it looks nice still. This just looks like, it looks so much more sportier than the Integra. And this black, I think it's a gray satin finish. Really nice. And next to it, we got a 2022 NSX Type S. And this yellow, yeah, they love using the yellow for these cars. The Type R, Integra, the Civic Type R, and of course the Type S NSX. And also for the NSX, the original from 1990. I think they also came in this yellow. Pretty nice looking. It's I guess a little bit of a refresh from the previous year's NSX. We got some engines here, and this is gonna be very special for me. Before we talk about it, we got Takuma Sato, and when he won his Indianapolis 500 back in 2017, if I remember. And yeah, it was 2017. He won his first Indianapolis. I think it was his first Indianapolis. I don't remember. Yeah, we got some engines here. This is from a 1999 Alex Zanardi edition Acura NSX. Now, I think that may be a really rare variation of the NSX. I have heard of the Ayrton Senna edition, but not the Alex Zanardi edition. That's interesting. Alex Zanardi, of course, was a pretty popular. He raced in Formula One. Sure, he didn't have the most success, but he did have a lot of success in the kart series at the time. And man, was he really good. And I think we're going to take a look at one of his cars very shortly here. And here we have a Honda Indy V8. So, of course, these would power those monstrous kart series cars, those Indy cars from the mid to late 90s. Yeah, this is nice. This is surreal to look at. And just the sound these things make is just unbelievable. Okay, so we took a look at engines. We got some more bikes here, and there's some bikes hidden in the back, interestingly enough. We got some race cars. I'm really itching to look at those right now, but we gotta hold our horses a little bit. Got some more bikes here. They don't really have names, but I'm sure a lot of people recognize them. We got some dirt bikes here. That's always nice to see. 2024 450 SX champion, it says there, for Jet Lawrence. And in this one, I believe Brandon Zimmerman. Yeah, that's my name. 450 Supercross champion in 2023. So that's pretty cool. Okay, now let's take a look at these race cars here. They're in this very strange little display, but I honestly really like it. So I guess we're gonna start the one on top. I believe this is David Cunningham's. Well, it doesn't say. Well, it's a different name, but it looks like David Cunningham's Acura Integra for real-time racing. A team I think he operates, but just this type of livery is just making me so excited because I've seen it in YouTube videos and like on the Speed Vision broadcast they would run these things. I think it's the SCCA Pro Racing series. Yeah, it's just this neon orange. It makes it look so nice for some reason. Like you wouldn't really think just like championship white with the orange would make it look nice. And it doesn't really come across on camera. It definitely looks, well, you know what? It kind of looks like how it is in real life. The orange. It's kind of a little bit more neon on in person than it is on camera. Then below that, got another neon orange and white in Acura, but this is non-Integra at all. This is the Acura Spice IMSA GTP car. I believe Parker Johnstone ran this one and some other drivers, but I mostly know Parker Johnstone drove this car. He was also an IndyCar driver and also a sports commentator for ESPN during the kart series times. Got the number 49 for Comtech Racing. I think it's the same team that Johnstone ran in the kart series, I believe, 95, 96, then 97. I think he moved to Team Cool Green, still with Honda, I believe, so that makes sense. But I think he owns his own Acura dealers out in his hometown in Washington, so that's pretty nice to see that he's stuck with the Acura brand, or the Honda family. Yeah, this is awesome. Just seeing this vintage IMSA GTP car is just awesome. It's just, love this type of stuff. We got another Honda Indy V8 here. And the reason being, I'm actually a little surprised that there's another one. It's because of that. Now, we're going to take a look at the one on top first. This is I believe this is a Civic. Well, I should be looking at the thing. Pikes Peak Civic EV from 1991. So, of course, probably participated in the, it's that Chevrolet Pikes Peak Hill Climb. EV, I don't know if that's supposed to mean anything. Does this mean it's electric? More than likely. Love the design on it though. Hopefully, some diecast makers can recreate some of these cars and such. Some obscure parts of racing, but I really enjoy it. And at the bottom, you got, well, I'll say one of the best drivers in IndyCar, Alex Zanardi. I think there's this. No, is this not Alex Zanardi? It's a number 12. Is this Jimmy Vasser? I think. Well, it just says 1996 Honda Raynard 96i. Of course, Chip Ganassi Racing, Target, Chip Ganassi Racing. Pretty iconic livery in IndyCar history ever. But number 12, I'm not. It doesn't say the name. I don't remember what it was. Okay, after a quick Google search, yes, this is Jimmy Vasser. So he drove the number 12. Alex Zanardi drove number 4, and I believe Juan Pablo Montoya also ran number 4 after Zanardi left kart to go to Formula One again, or his return to Formula One. Yeah. Jimmy Vasser, I believe, is from Los Angeles in Southern California, so it's pretty nice to have one of his cars here. He was also a pretty great IndyCar driver when he was with this team, but after he left, he kind of, I'll say his career kind of went down the drain. It's not to not knock him out of how great he was. He was still pretty good in IndyCar. And next to that, we got another motorbike. It says Jet Lawrence 2023 450 Motocross Champion. Pretty nice. Got another IndyCar here, but on top of that, we have this 1974 Civic GT5 Racer. Now this I have never heard of ever in my life. It looks cool. I'll say it looks vintage road racing. I think that's what it was. 1985, the Valvoline Road Racing Classic, SCCA event. This badge looks very different right here. It's not a Honda badge. I think it's just supposed to be a Civic badge, but I guess they put that little symbol on the front. Look at it. It has all its dirt and grime still on it. Probably came from the racetrack and placed right in the museum. So, yeah, this is really awesome. Let's take a look at the other side of this EV Civic, as they call it. I think it has to be electric because there's a battery logo on there. So, I think it actually might be. Maybe their first attempt in the electric car making, I guess. Interesting. And the bottom we have a 1992 Honda Lola T92. This, I believe, was their prototype livery that I've seen with this HRC looking colors, red, white, blue. Chassis looks really nice. Has a Goodyear tires on it. Powered by Honda, of course. A Lola chassis, of course, for kart, IndyCar, or the kart, the IndyCar World Series, I guess they called it. And the wheels on here look pretty nice. Got a scooch in there. 5 or 6 dot wheels. I think that's how it was on this IndyCars at the time. Got another Jet Lawrence motorbike 250 motocross champion in 2021. Yeah, a lot of championships, this guy. We have a nice little display here. We got a nice little quote from Tsuchiro Honda. If Honda does not race, there is no Honda. Absolutely. They've always been involved in racing, it seems, from day one. They've been in any form of motorsport you could think of. Got some helmets here. Acura helmets signed. Can't really read the signature. I think you guys may be able to fill in the dots for me there. Got the Tequila Patron North American Endurance Cup Manufacturers Championship. Got a brick from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and the milk bottle, because of course this is Takuma Sato's 2017 Indy 500 win. And is this his race worn helmet? I'm not sure. There's a nice little message on there and his signature. Oh, this is Simon Pagenaud. I recognize that signature. Simon Pagenaud's helmet. That's really cool. 2013, his first IndyCar win. Wow, that's really cool. Got the American Le Mans Series prototype winner trophies from Michelin Green X, the Michelin Green X Challenge in 2012 at Mosport and Virginia International Raceway. Got the ring there. It says 2021. It's definitely not American Le Mans Series, but got a championship ring for something I can't really see. But we have a championship ring. Got a TC America Manufacturers Championship. 2 of them. We have a nice little diecast here. That looks cool. David Brabham. I think that's Scott Sharp and Stefan Johansson. American Le Mans Series of 2008. P2 car. Tequila Patron sponsored. That is amazing detail on that diecast. And we got a photo in the back. It's nice. I think it's from their an IMSA victory in the Acura. And it probably is that Acura right there, the NSX GT3. Got a manufacturer's championship for the NTT IndyCar Series in 2021. It's a pretty huge trophy, I must say. And next to it, we got the Petit Le Mans from 2022. GTD, first place winner from Road Atlanta. And we got a VP Racing Fuels checkered flag that's signed. I guess I'm going back to the helmet. I guess it is David Brabham, because it says regards Brabs. So he probably signed it, but I wonder if the other drivers have as well. I guess going away from all this race car bliss, let's take a look at some motorbikes before we move on to the next section, which I think is mostly going to be engines, and then that's going to pretty much be it, I think. So hope you guys are enjoying this video, and it's, I guess, a little mini tour of the Honda Heritage Museum here in Torrance, California. Got the NC50 Express from 1978. Literally looks like a bike with a motor. Simple enough, but it should work. 1971 CB504. And 1970 ATC 990. Wow, I can't even speak. Big tires. Probably made to go in the sand dunes, perhaps. Wow, looks pretty crazy just looking at it. So yeah, let's go on to the next section. Got some engines here. It's actually next to the bathrooms, interestingly. Got this integrated motor assist engine. A 1988 Acura CTV C27A1 2.7 liter V6 engine. Have this 1992 2.3 liter engine, the H23A1. 1977 CVCC engine. So this is, I guess, before the Honda Civics. It was called the CVCC. Yeah, pretty small engine, I must say. But I mean, it is 1977, so fuel efficiency was definitely better than those American cars. We have a Acura B1 8C1 VTEC engine from 1992. And it was first introduced in the NSX. So this is a NSX engine. Of course, a little bit more stripped down as all these other engines, so you can kind of see the ins and outs of it. And yeah, it's just amazing just looking at these. And we got the rest of the stuff here. Yeah, it's really nice. We got a history wall here, but I might skip out. Or you know what, we'll just take a look at it real quick. I'm not going to talk about it, but it's huge history wall. Just going through the timeline of Honda from their inception in 1959 to the 70s. The 80s. This is when it starts to get a little modern here. Then the end of the decade, we go to the 90s. Definitely going to be very futuristic at this point. I guess they won their first IndyCar race at New Hampshire in 1995. So interestingly enough, I think that might be Andre Ribeiro in that 31 LCI Honda Reynard, I think it was a Reynard. I don't remember exactly. Maybe it was Lola. And we get into the 2000s. This is when I think stuff is going to get a little bit more autonomous. 2004, they won their first Indy 500. And then the 2010s. Into the 2020s. Now let's see what else they can add moving forward. I think the most recent thing, they changed their logo ever since from the 80s. I think that's when they now recently just changed their logo. So yeah, let's see. To be continued. Let's see what else is going to be going down the pipeline. If they're going to extend the wall or something. So yeah. Okay, we're near the Honda Cafe that's inside of here, and also a gift shop. I don't think I'm going to record anything in the gift shop. I'm probably just going to look around. And yeah, we got some more motorbikes here. Then here, got a little video playing in here. And some more motorbikes.
Transform the life and change the world. Sometimes a young person simply needs a chance.
And that in the background is going to be a photo, I think, of one of their first shops they've opened here, I think in Southern California.
Strong communities are built on everyone
Of
rolling
course,
up
it
to
started
the
in
same
Japan,
time.
but they opened their first store here in Southern California. So the huge Southern California heritage Honda has over here.
To our shared success.
This old, I think it's an old piece of advertisement. Some stuff on here. America Honda's first employees. Just knowing how this company would become after all these years. Pretty insane. Yeah, from just knowing the work truck was literally an old Chevrolet pickup truck. It wasn't even a Honda thing. But of course, this was before Honda even made trucks, so they had to use a pickup truck at some point. It's Automotive Hall of Fame, 1989 and 2023. Both of the founder, Tsuchido Honda, and the co-founder, Takeo Fujisawa, would also be inducted in. Of course, honestly, pretty deserved for what they've done. Another old piece of advertisement, I'd imagine, 1969. More photographs. Nice to see. Yeah, 1959, they opened their first headquarters here in Los Angeles. And see with that old Chevrolet pickup? Yep. Hopefully, Honda will be able to allow like a diecast maker to just take a Chevrolet and put their logo on it, because that would be pretty nice to have. We got a couple more photos here. 1990 is when they opened their headquarters in Torrance, so that's awesome. Which is where they've been here ever since. Honda. Okay, so I guess this will conclude my trip here at the American Honda Heritage Museum here in Torrance. Definitely recommend y'all to come over here. It's free. They're only open from Monday to Friday, so you can't come here on the weekends. I believe they're open from like 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., I believe. And yeah, you could just come in and take a look at all these cars and motorbikes and engines and such from the history of Honda and what they're continuing to do today. So yeah, I just love these race cars here. It's probably my favorite part of the whole museum. But yeah, if you liked it, please give it a like, subscribe. We're trying to hit those 1,000 subscribers. I know we could do it. And I'll see you next time. Peace.